Hey, Matt Riddle. You heard of me? My name's General GERRY. And I'm your worst fucking nightmare. So guys, in case anyone is unaware, Matt Riddle, yes, he's an indie guy, by the way, I'm sure you're all aware of that, and he decided to call out Bill Goldberg. Now, this is a man that said that Bill Goldberg can't wrestle, he's a liar, and he's terrible. This coming from a guy that does this.
Most of the circumstance of this match. But this is where, I mean, not to state the obvious, but by, well, I think my previous query about his liking for feet might have been answered. Wrestling rings are just disgusting anyway. I can't imagine that was very hygienic.
Did you do that to Riddle when you wrestled him?
No, it didn't really cross my mind really, but yeah, I think I'll leave it to Ciampa. Oh, he's going back for more. Yeah, no. I like to
Ew. You see, Matt, here's the thing about this, right? You allowed a man to bite your own feet. First of all, I'd rather see a 1-minute match with Goldberg than see you in your bare feet, okay? Nobody wants to see that. I didn't even like that when Rusev had it, okay? But how can you honestly say that, oh, Goldberg's crap when you have matches like this? Fucking hell, let's get to what this idiot actually said. So, here's what this absolute idiot turned around and said. Bill Goldberg can't wrestle. That's it. He knows it. The fact that the guy is very bold and claims he does MMA training, and I know that's bullshit. I saw him throw a knee on Rusev his first night back on Raw, and he almost broke his hip, and then he fell on his back. Okay, first of all, yeah, you know what, Bill Goldberg's had some problems, I understand that, but to say that a guy doesn't do MMA when I've actually seen him covering the UFC, and I've actually seen him training in the UFC, he might not compete in the UFC, he might not compete in MMA either. You know what I mean? He might not compete, but he still does it. Just because somebody doesn't go in a cage and beats the crap out of someone, they can still practice MMA for their own well-being and their own good health. Because doing MMA is healthy. It helps you. It helps you spiritually. It helps you mentally. It helps you physically. So to turn around and say that a guy, that he doesn't do MMA, that's a joke, that's terrible because he's never been in a cage. Yeah, you know, I'm doing boxing training, doesn't mean I'm gonna go into a boxing ring. For crying out loud, dude. Like, you know, stop this. Do you know what this all boils down to? And it's a sheer fact. It's jealousy. Let's get into other things that Mr. Riddle said to Bill Goldberg. So, here's what else he said. He said, his work in the ring, because always go, it's Goldberg. He can have a 1-minute match or whatever. Yeah, it's 1 minute because he can't work more than 1 minute. If he works more than 1 minute, it could botchamania you know. Even with 1 minute, it's botchamania almost. Okay, first of all, yes, I have said before that Goldberg needs longer matches. I understand that, right? But to compare yourself to Bill Goldberg is a completely different matter. You see, I would rather see Goldberg doing his thing because he actually has presence, not you walking around like a goddamn hippie. I mean, for crying out loud, you look like that guy from Iron Fist, and even that's an insult to the guy that looks like Iron Fist, and that's a fictional fucking character, okay? Goldberg kicks ass, takes names, he has a presence about him. What have you got? You run about barefooted letting people bite your fucking foot. How can you honestly say you're better than Goldberg? It's ridiculous to me. This idiot, this hippie fucking dick, turned around and said, let's be honest, if we get more than 1 minute match from Goldberg, it's gonna suck, Riddle stated. So I hope he only wrestles for 1 minute, whether he wins or loses, whether he's never been my cup of tea, you know, mainly because you're a fucking virgin gimp. I don't like how he acts like he's a shoot style guy. I hated it when he did commentary for Strikeforce in MMA, because he's not a legit credible character. He's an old man who hits a jackhammer and a spear. Jesus, can you spell butthurt more than this? He can't even do all this type of shit in MMA. If Bill wants to go in the gym, there doesn't even have to be cameras. If he wants to roll and train and see what it's like to be in the ring with a real stallion, he can go with me anytime, any day. Oh, this is what it all boils down to. You want a little bit of famous? You want to be a little bit famous, huh? You want to be a little bit famous? Well, don't worry, you'll be famous for this video. You know, as well as many people that I've gone up against in the wrestling community. He then goes on, Bill Goldberg is a pro wrestler. I do sport wrestling. I'm a real fighter. Yes, because that guy biting your foot was so great. I'm a real fighter. I'm a real athlete. I'm a real sport athlete. He did football, then paralyzed that into doing a spear and a jackhammer, and then WCW let him go 250-0, and he got over. Let me beat Hulk Hogan in 1 minute clean for the title and see how my stock rises. It doesn't matter who you put in any situation. It just so happens they take the guy that didn't wrestle for over a minute or two, and he's responsible for ruining Bret Hart's career. Jesus, are you... Listen, I get accused a lot of being a hater, okay? And that might be true. Okay, because, you know, I do this for entertainment purposes, okay? I don't really have an agenda. A lot of people even say, why are you not disabling the dislikes on the What Culture video and removing comments? Because people have their own opinion. Because I allow people to have their opinion. Because I am valid in my opinion. I am true to my beliefs. And I don't need to be validated by removing comments and stuff like that. If anyone wants to say something to me, I will allow them to say various things. But with this guy, he is just a pure and utter jealous guy. Like, I've never met an indie guy so jealous, and it's hilarious to me how Goldberg gets criticized a lot. Have you ever noticed this with a lot of these indie guys? Not all. In fact, I know a lot of, I know I criticize the Young Bucks and stuff like that, but I want to give the Young Bucks a round of applause because they took criticism and they took it on the chin and they took it. So for that, Young Bucks, I congratulate you. I would like to thank you because they even mentioned that I was doing a video and they said, that's great. And I actually want to thank the Young Bucks. They're actually fucking fantastic, okay? I might not like their in-ring style, but I appreciate them. Unlike this barefooted little gimp who decided to just hate on Goldberg and call him a liar. Oh, he hasn't done MMA. He's in WWE. Why does he need to do MMA? And second of all, there was a video package of him practicing and stuff. That's like saying whenever Shane McMahon was against The Undertaker, Shane McMahon ain't a real MMA guy. He's not a real MMA guy. You know, it's ridiculous to me. And Goldberg will be way more entertaining than you'll ever be because Goldberg has something that you don't have, and that's actual stage presence, which is something that a lot of you guys need to learn. And it's really funny to me how you allow yourself to criticize Bill Goldberg, but when it comes to the indie standpoint, and when it comes to these guys that a lot of people don't really like, and casual fans don't really like, who, let's be honest, most of the main audience is the casual fans, and you can listen, a lot of people always say to me, why are you always against indie guys? I'm not. If they want to wrestle and stuff like that, that's great. I'm just saying not to dilute an entire show because of it. If you want to have that, because everyone has different tastes. But the moment that you put this indie stuff in constantly, it's going to ruin. It's going to ruin the entire product. We need the best of both worlds, okay? And that's a fact. That is a fact. But by you turn around and saying that, oh, Goldberg and his MMA, how would he like to face me? Do you know how petty you sound? That's like me going up and me hating the New Day, which, by the way, don't worry, part 2's coming soon. But there's no way I would go up and say, I want to fight Xavier Woods. You know, that Xavier Woods, I really hate him. I want to fight Xavier Woods. Could you imagine how much of an idiot I would look if I did that? And that's why you look like an idiot doing that. You are ridiculous, good sir. To quote Alan, you're a ridiculous person, good sir. My God, what the hell is wrong with you? And your barefooted looking fucking ass looking like a goddamn hippie. And you seem to think that you're somehow better than Goldberg. Listen, I would rather see a 1 minute match with Goldberg than see your barefooted fucking ass in a ring. Okay? Jesus Christ. Allowing people to bite your feet. Jesus Christ. And also, so happens to say you're talking about Bret Hart, You know, even though, like, the Jerry the King Lawler match with Bret Hart and stuff like that, which is just ridiculous. But anyway, that even being said, I think that this guy is just a real hater, and it's very vicious. This is the most vicious shoot I've seen from an indie guy in a long, long time, you know, and... You know, again, it's these guys that say, oh, I'm a badass, I can fight, you know, like, so what? So what? You can fight, big deal, okay? The main crux of WWE right now is entertainment. In-ring style, absolutely. I understand that, where he's coming from that, where he's saying about Bill Goldberg 1 minute matches and stuff like that. And I've even said that Goldberg has gone on, and I think that the match that he needs to have is longer. But the difference is that Goldberg is a different wrestler. There's different wrestlers in this industry. There's different wrestlers that are across the board. And you might have people that do flips and kicks. You might have solid people that do submissions. And you have Bill Goldberg, who's just goddamn Bill fucking Goldberg. He's a childhood hero. A lot of people love him. A lot of people growing up wanted to be Goldberg. But let me tell you something right now. In years and years and years and years and years, way into the future, they will be turned around saying, I still want to be Goldberg, but they will never be like you. Hope you all enjoyed this video. This is General Jerry on the General Jerry channel. Signing out. Dick.